Russian ballistic missiles ripped through the busy center of Ukraine's northeastern city of Sumy on Sunday, officials said, killing at least 34 people and striking terror into residents who were out enjoying Palm Sunday and attending morning church services. It was the deadliest attack of the conflict this year. 2 children were among the scores of people killed in the strikes on the city's center, while 117 people were wounded, according to Ukraine's State Emergency Service. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said the strikes were carried out by ballistic missiles. One hit a university building and another exploded right over a street, he said. Zelensky also called for a strong response from the world to the attack, which came 2 days after top Trump administration official Steve Witkoff met with Russian President Vladimir Putin to discuss ending the war in Ukraine, with video showing the two warmly shaking hands before a 4-hour meeting. Ukrainian officials said that preliminary information indicates cluster munitions were used in the attack. The second of the 2 explosions was described as being likely filled with munitions that exploded mid-air to inflict maximum damage on people, according to the head of the region's military administration. Russia wants exactly this kind of terror and is dragging out this war, Zelensky said. Without pressure on the aggressor, peace is impossible. Talking has never stopped ballistic missiles and bombs. We need to treat Russia as a terrorist deserves. International condemnation of the strikes from Ukraine's allies was swift. The Trump administration's special envoy to Ukraine and Russia Keith Kellogg questioned the targeting of the attack, which he said crosses any line of decency. U.S. President Donald Trump, meanwhile, said he was told Russia made a mistake. I think it was terrible. And I was told they made a mistake. But I think it's a horrible thing, he told reporters aboard Air Force One late Sunday. Asked to clarify what he meant by Russia making a mistake, Trump said, I believe it was, look, you're gonna ask them.
Yes. Do you have a reaction to Russia's Palm Sunday attack on Ukraine?
I think it was terrible, and I was told they made a mistake, but I think it's a horrible thing. I think the whole war is a horrible thing. I think the war is, for that war to have started, is an abuse of power. This country would have never allowed that war to have started if I were president. That war is a shame. Millions of people are dead that should be alive. Cities are being destroyed all over Ukraine. The whole culture is gone. Or certainly very severely hurt. You know, the chapels, the churches, the spirals, all of the things that they had in Ukraine were among the most beautiful anywhere in the world. And most of them were knocked down and blown up into a million pieces. But most importantly, you have millions of people dead that shouldn't be dead. I believe it was, look, you're going to ask them. This is Biden's war. This is not my war. I've been here for a very short period of time. This is a war that was under Biden. He gave him billions and billions of dollars. He should have never allowed, if he had any brain, which he didn't have and doesn't have, and now it's being proven, he wouldn't have allowed that war to start. I would have absolutely not, that war would never have taken place. But remember this is Biden's war. I'm just trying to get it stopped so that we can save a lot of lives. They happen to be Ukrainian and Russian lives. And all I want to do is get it.
A total of 20 buildings were damaged, including apartments, cafes, shops and the district court, Zelensky later wrote on X. Of the more than 100 people wounded in the attack, he said 68 were in hospitals, 8 of whom were in serious condition. Volodymyr Ardyak, head of the military administration in the region, said that at that time, a lot of people were on the street. The enemy was hoping to inflict the greatest damage on people in the city of Sumy, Ardyak added.